But even the arduous task of collecting all 120 power stars doesn't feel as bad as it did previously. There's no blue coins for starters, and normal 100 coin missions for every level are a thing of the past. I'm having a hard time concealing this erection.
Perfect cupcake. Perfect cupcake. Perfect cupcake. Perfect cupcake.
God hey, I'm coming, all right. Perfect cupcake. Oh, it's the jizzer. Oh, I'm coming too soon!
The gameplay hits me on the right places. I'm a money-grubbing whore, and all these jewels scattered about aren't just for a number going up, it's currency to buy upgrades of all kinds back in town, so it's worth going after. And when I deviate from the path and find lots of treasure waiting for me because of that, that's stimulating and makes me tighten the pants.
Gross.
Guard there. There we go. Good. That makes me happy and pants. I thought I was playing by watching the TV. I was playing Mario Kart 8 and Smash Bros. U, and my inputs were all in real time. And they told me at the very end, no, actually, you're reading that from the device. What I was looking at was from the device. Zero latency. Now, that's not entirely a new thing, I realize, but that gives me a boner like you wouldn't believe. And I can't end this video without at least mentioning this as well. Acid 2 came with this solid eye 3D viewer. You can watch trailers and other videos in stereoscopic 3D, essentially what the 3DS does already without the need for this piece of cardboard. It's a little awkward. I feel like I'm studying microorganisms rather than watching compressed videos in substandard 3D, and I sort of feel like a creeper when I watch the videos where I do nothing but stare at this girl doing random things. Still an interesting thing to come packaged with the game, assuming you didn't buy it used. I certainly don't mind Street Fighter 4 and 5 for jumping back to 3D models, and I have my praise for that when I get to it, but 2D sprites? It doesn't get any better than Street Fighter 3 to me, but that's just for Street Fighter. I mean, there are some SNK games that I can, just orgasm over. When Hades called up Auron from Final Fantasy X to do his bidding, oh my god, I needed a change of pants. Rest Garden Act 2, god damn, I love this stage, it's so serene, and the music, My favorites being Boomer Kuwanger, Storm Eagle, Sting Chameleon, Armored Armadillo, all of Sigma stages, the boss music, both variations. I even love the password theme. The password thing. We're talking about a screen on a game that you probably skip past in half a second, but But thanks to a combination of you guys and recommendations from close friends, and after learning it was a Metroidvania, something I've been known to have a perpetual heart-on for, I finally decided to give it a run. Oh, baby. I can't hit my nut button from here. I'm sorry. To get a normal type for all-around coverage, but I got no Teddy Ursa this time to make into an Ursa ring, so I went with a Boneri this time, which eventually becomes Lopunny because I like her speed and nothing else. But nothing beats the custom shotgun. Sometimes, if you really want to sell me a weapon, all you need is good sound design, and one shot from this. Oh, I love this gun. Nearly all the classic power-ups are back, and that makes me moist. Jesus Christ, okay, I'll tone it down. As this dude was more than capable of carrying the story given how insane he becomes as it goes along. But his sister comes along, and that's what we got for the remainder of the plot. A half-human, half-dragonfly hybrid that makes you question if it's normal to get a boner from any of this. And it also came with Chrono Trigger, complete with new cutscenes that tickled my Dragon Ball boner something fierce. Fuck, I love RPGs. One of the better examples out there, I feel. It's no Sonic 1 or Super Mario World, even with it constantly stroking my PlayStation Move, if you know what I mean. But it was a nice 4 hours spent. At least we got some more screen time with Urbosa. She can practice her sexist tribal rituals on me any day. Alright, my Onimusha boner has been temporarily quelled. I hope this video, to some capacity, demonstrated why I became a big fan of this franchise to start with. But now there's a matter of the second, more rigid boner I'm rocking right now. I've been holding it off long enough. I'm so eager to finally get to one of my favorite franchises of all time, Dragon Quest V. What the fuck? It's a beautiful setting, wonderfully animated, a great way to end the story for this adventure. I don't appreciate the game putting me on blast when I was watching Mona do her solo dance. Hey, come on, man. I'm just admiring the pixel animation. That was pretty funny though. Things get a little weird when the princess tries hitting on Furion, and it gets to a point where we almost have a fucking sex scene in a Famicom Final Fantasy game. But it turns out the princess is not really the princess at all. It was a Lamia queen in disguise, and I'd still be cool with that. You get a better view of Sonic jumping across mountains, hopping on water for a brief second, and I think he goes behind the trees here and tugs one out before moving on. However, a part of me still enjoys the original FMV on the Sega CD. The frame rate is choppy as hell, but the video compression makes it look like the whole thing was made with pixels, and you know me, that gets my pixel bias all kinds of hot and bothered. Makes me want to go behind a tree, and you get the idea. Seeing me get the best ending where Samus removes her suit once more, then shoots me in the face. Thanks. By the by, Amazon Samus is best Samus, and I won't hear otherwise. Why, yes, I am a simp. So I had a little doubt that Metroid Dread with Mercury Steam on board especially, and from what I saw in previews, it was gonna be great. And plus, I already came in my pants when I reacted to the initial reveal. Metroid Dread! Oh my god! Including the dreaded Atma weapon, who, god, this design fucking slaps, man. What did I say? Tetsuya Nomura knows how to make a goddamn monster, and this music is just, ugh. I'll save it for later. I mean, she's literally introduced with an ass shot, and gets some questionably risque costumes for future playthroughs. None of them beats Mad Max Chris, though. Step on my nutsack harder, you untamed buffalo. Oh my god, there is not enough Y-boner to justify fully comprehending the boss fight against Helena's sister Deborah. I mean, this is the most provocative encounter in the series, yeah? Is there a hornier concept anywhere else outside of Wesker in the finale of Resident Evil 5? Good lord. Oh, but then I could make that a stone hammer, which fucking annihilates bosses with a charge attack like it always has, and after a bit I can rock 2 hammers? Oh my goodness, I'm pitching a 10 here. But then I saw that in this game, weapons evolve after you use them enough times, upgrading to much more powerful and destructive weapons, and my face when I learned about this was nothing short of orgasmic. That's the review. That's it. They brought the minecart and rocket barrel back, but you can take multiple hits now. While it doesn't mean shit when you fall into a bottomless pit in the minecart, you still have a fighting chance to actually complete the stage and not have to start all over because your fucking hair touched the ceiling. Oh yeah, get fucked, you piece of shit. It's things like that that give me a raging hard on. And I'm glad Bayonetta 3 continues the traditional end credits pole dance, which has been one of my favorite bits throughout each game, and it's not because, well, you know why. But no, these are accompanied by classical versions of the very songs that would inspire the battle themes. And yeah, the pole dance is nice too.
The legendary Mother Lode began to be whispered among the diggers.
Ooh, whisper more to my ear, daddy. Later, you get a shotgun and oof, I love this one. It was like I was back in Resident Evil 2 with the custom shotgun. Just the sound of the impact alone was enough to make me moist. Moist.
Oh man, could you imagine for a second this Sonic Frontiers-esque adventure where you can freely switch between different characters with different means of exploration on the fly? Now, I know the last Frontiers update came close to that, but I'm talking about having that sense of freedom like from the very beginning. I'm pitching a tent just thinking about it. And if my young cousins are watching this video, stop it.
Damn, this game has great sound design. I mentioned it earlier, but this game is pretty good about making swordplay and other attacks sound crunchy for that feeling of satisfaction. Hell, just a good mighty strike is enough to make me pitch a tent. Like, there's a couple of GFs or items you can give to your GF that gives you shit like ability ×4, and I tell you, that just makes me moist. I smacked this guy for nearly half a goddamn hour before he gave me the goods, and that was with the Soul Eater ring equipped. Like, why is it like this? Why am I like this? Why do I gotta like giant axes so goddamn much? You know how much of a hard-on I had when I found out the capstone ability for Warrior and Dawntro was just my axe but bigger?
That was awesome!
The fuck was that? Was he sucking some guy's dick? The hell was that noise?